So, thought I'd make a little video. I'm walking along the coast of Cap Ferrat today. It's quite a nice view here. I'm at the, I think it's Paloma Plage. And over there, the bridge in the middle of the shot is the bridge at Ez. Ez Village is the medieval village on the hilltop up there. And then in that direction is the Tête de Chien. That's the big piece of rock with the observatory on top, and that looks down over Monaco. So this is quite a nice path. I didn't feel like doing anything really energetic today. I've got this wrist injury. I think it's a bit of tendonitis and it's quite sore. So I'll probably just walk all the way around the cap. It's a nice day for it anyway. Look at that view, isn't that nice? That's stunning, isn't it? I've come out into the sun now. I've come round the corner. I mean, look at that view. It's beautiful, isn't it? And over in the centre there is Cap d'Aille. Now you have Monaco beyond, but Monaco's sort of behind that headland, so you can't really see any of it. And there's the hills with Montgros up there, with the I think it's air traffic control up there, something to do with air traffic control. Not many boats around today. Come here in the summer. I was here in August a couple of years ago, and there's just tons of motor yachts in that bay over there. But today, not much. Not a few people today. It is a weekend, so there's a bit of swell today. Not that much though. It's not that rough. And this path is quite nice because it goes all the way around the cap. And the law in France means that even if you have a villa, which on the coast with its own bit of coastline, that part is public, the actual coast, and so there's normally a path. That's just the way it works here. It's all limestone here. Way over in the distance there is the coast of Italy, and I think I can see Bordighera where we were. My wife and I were there last Saturday. It's a walk from the border. So we generally walk from Ventimiglia to Bordighera along the coast. It's quite nice. And yeah, it's not a bad day. Very few boats out. Very quiet. A bit further round now. There's some houses over there. Cap Ferrat. This is all Cap Ferrat. Some of the most expensive real estate on the planet. Cap Ferrat. There was a house for sale. Oh, it was years ago for $1 billion. I think it was just over there somewhere. I don't know whether it's sold. And showing some history of the place. So some of this path, well, this little section involves a road, and there's another little beach here. Little beach, and then the path continues over there around the headland. There's an old quarry over there, where according to one of the panels I've just passed, they constructed these stone blocks that were used to enlarge the port of Monaco. So I guess they sold them and they were shipped to Monaco, and construction of the port there. Not sure what this beach is called. There's a few cyclists. I kept off the bike recently because of my injury, my wrist. I'm trying to rest it, so I haven't ridden for about nearly 2 weeks, which is actually quite quite unusual for me, as I'm generally quite active on the bike. I think I've done nearly 7k kilometers, 7k this year, I think. Well, last year. It's the 3rd of January now, and I'm still plugging away on the financial markets for anybody who's interested. And I've been trading a strategy now. This will be its sixth year, and it's a strategy that I've taken from. Well, the initial idea was from a book by John Carter called Mastering the Trade, but I've sort of made it my own. I've refined it and changed it in some ways, and it's based on opening gaps, and it does pretty well. I think 25 was the best year so far. It outperformed the actual index by about 270%. So the S&P was up just over 1,000 on the year, and the strategy was up 2,700 odd. 2,700 and something points. So you know, quite encouraging, and I'll continue to improve it. I've been sort of fairly obsessed with the markets and trading for a couple of decades now, at least, and I had the good fortune that when I was an IT contractor, as a software developer, and I was on a bond trading floor for a while at a Japanese bank securities house called Daiwa Securities. Anybody who knows anything about the city will know Daiwa. Quite a big outfit, and that was an amazing experience. I wasn't trading; I was supporting a software development. Well, I was actually developing some software for the management there. But they thought it was a good idea if the IT guy sat in on the bond trading floor rather than stuck away in the IT department, so he would understand what went on. And I feel very fortunate that I had that experience for several months. I think one of the really crucial things I've learned over the years, you've got to have a strategy or methodology in trading that kind of coalesces with your personality. It's got to suit you mentally, and what I'm doing at the moment is just that. It suits me both mentally, and it suits my time zone, because I'm London plus 1 hour, which is New York City plus 6 hours, which is actually perfect for the type of strategy that is largely based on the pre-market, which is the pre-market obviously is before the cash market opens in New York at 9:30 Eastern time, which is 14:30 London time, or 15:30 my time. Gosh, I've done this walk before. I can't remember this bit. But there's some nice houses here. There's some extremely expensive houses here. But that's one of the nice things about living in this part of the world. You can visit all these very nice places, and they're not difficult to get to at all. I just hopped on a bus this morning, here in 20 minutes or so, and just pause it there. So around the other side now. Yeah, this is where they used to ship the blocks, I believe, for the construction of the expansion of the port of Monaco. And sort of the remains of the docks here, all abandoned, the quays. And there's the quarry behind. There you go. There's some houses on the top, got nice views. Although you are looking east, so they will lose the sun. Over there is east. I was talking about trading. I was thinking maybe we should make some trading videos, but to be honest, a lot of trading is quite dull. It can be A lot of trading is sitting around and waiting for something to happen, or to get to a point where you value the market at X and it's trading at Y, and you think that gap will close at some point, and that's basically it. You see value is in a position, but a lot of it is just sitting around waiting for that situation to happen. And the hardest thing to learn, and it's taken me years, is not to try and anticipate it. You just wait until that happens. I think it was Jim. Oh my God, what's his second name? He's a famous commodities trader. He wrote that book about riding around the world on a motorcycle, and he was saying he literally just waits until the money's there and on the floor to go and pick it up. And I think it's got to be a bit like that. Especially, I think new traders, they tend to, you've bought this equipment, you've got the software, you've got a fast connection, you've got all the charts and everything. You sit down on a Monday morning at 7 or 6 or whatever, and you think, right, I've got to trade. But if there's not a trade available, as you get more experienced, you realise the best thing to do is to not force it. Just wait for it to come to you, because it will. But that's something that has to be learned. It's taken me ages to learn that. There's some very good graffiti here. If it shows up, it's a little bit dark here. The cat and the cat lady, is it? Cat lady or cat woman from Batman, I think. And this is an abandoned house, and I don't know why it's abandoned. Look at the locations. It's superb. Huh? But it's been like this for years. I've never seen it. I've never been here when it wasn't abandoned. It's not been demolished. You can see inside it's all. They've fenced it off. I think somebody may have been squatting here before. Doesn't look that old. Maybe 70s. It's all concrete. Yeah, covered in graffiti. I'll continue along the coast. There's a little quay here, constructed some time ago by the looks of it. And then up there is the Cap Ferrat lighthouse. There it is. And Norman Foster's house is along here. Just back there, I think. But I believe he sold it. It's quite a, as you would expect, it's quite a modern, contemporary looking house. So I'll go up to the lighthouse, continue my way around. So this is now the Bay of Villefranche. We've come right round. There's Nice in the distance. The hills, it's quite hazy in the hills. And there's a little beach along here that we used to go to years ago. There's a few people. This part of the path seems busier. Yeah, there's this little beach that we used to go to, just down here somewhere. It's quite a scramble to get down, but it's a good place for a swim. There's somebody swimming over there, actually. A couple swimming. In January, pretty cold for a swim. And that's the town of Villefranche in the distance over there, right, with the sort of terracotta buildings. And the place where we used to go swim. It's this little beach down there. It's quite a scramble to get down, but it's a great place to swim. Really secluded. So this path will just take me all the way back to Pont Saint-Jean, which is where the Cap joins the mainland. As you can see, it's a pretty good path, and it's a nice walk. It's nothing very taxing at all. Didn't really feel like something like that today. When my hand gets better, I'll get back in the more mountainous stuff. There you have it. There's Cap de Nice over there in the distance, and then Well, it's a bit too hazy. You can see the Estrel just about. I can, but probably won't even come out on the video. The mountains of the Estrel over in the distance beyond Cannes. Let's say it looks quite inviting, that blue water down there. But I would imagine it's January, the water, if you're lucky, will be 14 degrees or so, so pretty chilly. There's a beautiful little robin here. You can see him. Her. Sorry, got no food. There's another nice little key just here. I'm guessing it belongs to the property above. There's no steps to get down for swimming though. The water looks pretty nice. And we're much closer now to Villefranche. There's Villefranche just over there in the distance. They're in the process of painting the ramparts. So you can see one of them sort of a brick terracotta colour. And they're gradually doing the whole of the fort like that, the citadel of Villefranche, which I think looks a bit naff, but you know, well, my opinion is not that important. So another little beach. You see, it's quite popular today. Lots of people having picnics and stuff. The bay beyond Fort Mont Alban on the top there. Okay. So it turns out that the beach just before the Plage Passable was basically the end of the walk. And then I've taken this little lane, this little minor road, back across to the eastern coast of the Cap. Way up there is the Villa Euphrasie, which is the Rothschilds' property, which is open to the public. I've never actually been in there, although I've cycled past many times. So I head down here, and then the path where I started, I'm not far from where I actually started. And back on the east side, and this pink villa is the house that once belonged to David Niven, the British actor. And it's very nice, it's got a view, but it looks out east, so you don't get the sun in the late afternoon. Even now it's lost the sun really. It's just before 2. And then this path just continues back to Beaulieu, which is just over there. So where I started over there by the Bay de Fourmi, it's called, the Bay of Ants. Okay, so that's probably the end of my video. Hit the like if you like it. Feel free to comment or ask questions. I'll definitely answer any. Okay, bye.